Hey guys, welcome to Wrestling Daze and welcome to this Smackdown review. We got a lot to get through, so let's get straight into it. We started with the Bloodline, Solo, Paul, Tonga Loa, Tama Tonga making their way down to the ring. And what I'm going to say is that Paul Heyman is killing this. Paul Heyman normally kills this, but he does such a good job of really putting over how dangerous and how nervous he is around these new members. He really is like shaking and talking and just constantly on edge. And it really does a great job of putting over Tonga Loa, Tama Tonga as being unhinged. I do think that we need to put them in some squash matches. I think it would really benefit if we put the Bloodline in with some jobbers and they just take pleasure in hurting the jobbers, like they go for the pin, pull them up before the 3 counts, just so they can continue. And maybe it gets to the point where Nick Aldis has to come out with a microphone and say, end this match, or I'll get the ref to end this match. And it just shows how vicious they are. Because I think Heyman does an amazing job of getting over these guys. But then we put them in matches that are quite competitive. Obviously, we saw Tama Tonga like not progressing to the final of King of the Ring. The main event tonight was quite a competitive main event. I think I'd like to just get across how vicious this group is, and a jobber match might do that. So anyway, we had them all come down to the ring. Until Roman comes back, we found out that Solo is head of the table. And then we obviously moved on to talking about Tama Tonga. He is announced as the new right-hand man, which is pretty big if you think about it. That is pretty big. So Tama Tonga, the right-hand man to Solo Sikoa. Then, of course, we brought in Tonga Loa. He was officially enrolled, and he was announced as the infamous Tonga Loa. And we thought we were done there, and Paul Heyman thought he was done there. And then Solo said, shouldn't you thank these two for saving you last week? So we got this really awkward moment where Heyman was like shaking, and he was like, thank you. And he was being like stared at by the Gorillas of Destiny. Tama Tonga leaned over and he said, look, we could have left you for dead, but we saved you from orders of the tribal chief. And of course, we don't think he's talking about Roman there. We think he's talking about The Rock. It's really good. There are layers to this, and it is satisfying, and it is good. It's just maybe not as good as it was before because, well, we're missing a lot of personality, aren't we? You know, Tonga Loa intimidates. Tama Tonga intimidates. Solo Sikoa intimidates. We don't really have the different, you know, there's not the humor of, say, Sammy. Yeah, there's not the fun of Jimmy. There's just the intimidation, really, of the 3 members. Dare I say, not even the star power of Roman, of course. I mean, I don't think Solo is of the same level as Roman. So I would say this group is good. I would say that it's lacking compared to where we've been, but it is all about where we're going. I think rather than worrying about where we are and comparing to where we've been, look at what this is going to build towards. It's exciting. I'm excited, and I hope you're excited as well. So Kevin Owens came running down. Street Profits came running down. Big brawl. And basically Paul Heyman got out of there. Backstage, Solo went up to Heyman and he went, you wasn't trying to run away, was you? Heyman was like, no, God, no. And Solo said, look, make the 6-man tag match tonight. And if you don't, the main event will be in our locker room and it'll be you versus Tama Tonga. So, of course, Heyman was like, oh, it's done. And off he went to make that. And, of course, he did. And that was our main event. So, good open, solid open, intimidation. Shouldn't you be thanking these two? Blink twice if you need help, says WWE. This was Kevin Owens coming running down. And then we went to our next match. So, our next match originally was going to be Jade versus Indy. But that's not the match that we ended up getting. We ended up getting a tag match instead, and it was a victory for Bianca and Jade. This brought out Zoe and Shayna. It brought out Isla and Alba. And so we find out later that at Clash at the Castle, that's the match we're going to get. We're going to get Bianca and Jade defending their women's tag titles against Zoe and Shayna and Isla and Alba at Clash at the Castle. It is the direction that we thought that we were going to go. So it is the direction. That match, that tag match, there wasn't much to it. It got 93%. 93% good rating. I mean, not really too much to say. Then we had Cody pacing around backstage, and he was just waiting for AJ Styles. Nick Aldis went up to him to have a word, and Cody was like, you know, pretty much leave me alone. Respect, but I need to deal with this. And so we carried on with the show. We also had Apollo. He was backstage. He would be attacked by Angel and Berto. Nick Aldis then was interrupted by LA Knight. LA Knight wanted to know where Logan was. There was quite a bit of stuff that was happening backstage here. And then Carmelo interrupted. So the match was made Carmelo, LA Knight later on in the show. We would also find out that Apollo, he is going to be taking on, I believe, Angel next week on SmackDown. So a few things getting made here backstage. Right, then we had our next match, I believe, which was Johnny Gargano taking on Grayson Waller, and this was a win for Grayson Waller. Again, not loads to it. It got a good 95% rating. Good 95%. So Grayson Waller picking up the victory. Then we had Cody backstage again after that match. This is when the OC arrived. So we had AJ, we had Gallows, we had Anderson. Cody couldn't get to them. Nick Aldis brought security as well. So Cody made his way to the ring. So Cody's in the ring, and these guys come walking out to the ring. Basically, we get a promo, back and forth. AJ said, give me what I want, basically. Crowd are chanting, AJ sucks. It is worth mentioning the crowd were loudly chanting, we want Roman at the start of the show. So it's Cody AJ. In an I Quit match in Scotland at Clash at the Castle. That's where we ended up getting with this. What I would say is I was quite excited for that match, Cody AJ, the rematch. There's just a little bit of doubt, a seed of doubt. Could AJ do it? He didn't do it first time. Could he do it the second time? So just a little bit of doubt there. But all that doubt's gone now. Now that it's an I Quit match, I don't feel that way anymore. There's no way Cody quits. There's no way Cody quits. So I'm looking at this thinking, that's it, done. I really don't like this stipulation. I wish that it was anything else. A bull rope match, or not a retirement match. Loser leaves or anything. That would be silly. So I don't think it'd be anything like that, but... because there's no way Cody would lose that. But I'm looking at an I Quit match, and I don't see Cody quitting. So all of a sudden now, any doubt there was for me is gone. So yeah, a little disappointed with that stipulation, but not disappointed with the match. We know these two are going to bang. It's going to bang. So Cody and was trying to get to AJ, but couldn't quite get to him. Backstage, triple threat for the Women's Tag Team Championship. We know that's going to be at Clash at the Castle. Then we got LA Knight taking on Carmelo. LA Knight picking up the victory. So, Logan, if you're not going to come to SmackDown, I'll bring SmackDown to you. That was LA Knight. This got a good 100%, actually. So, very close to great. I mean, as close to great as you can get. But it did just come in as good still. So, yeah, but good. 100% good. Just could not get into that great category. But a message sent afterwards by LA Knight. Then we went to Bayley. So Bayley was in the ring. She was talking. Out came Chelsea and Piper. They came walking out. This was quite interesting. They came out and Piper just getting into Bayley's face. Piper said, I'm going to be beating you in Scotland. And Bayley was just kind of saying, I know what it's like to... have to try and work your way to a title match. I've got a lot of respect for you. I saw you at the Mae Young Classic. So she was really putting Piper over. She seemingly had no respect for Chelsea Green. I I think she called it like a mouthpiece hiding behind someone bigger. So I kind of enjoyed that. Backstage, we had Naomi Chelsea made for next week. As well as that, we got a great moment where Tiffany went up to Nia and said to Nia, "You're the queen. I could be the princess. Let's work together." Nia seemed to be on board with that. She turned around. Michin was stood there, threw a drink in her face. And this was hilarious, man. This was so funny because Nia ended up slipping and falling over twice. It's brilliant. It's the highlight of the show is that moment right there. So we got this back and forth between Piper and Bayley. Then we got a response from Logan. He just was kind of, saying, forget about it, go back to the mid-card to LA Knight. So, didn't really get a great deal from that. Honestly, Nia, it's a shame they haven't got a clip here of Nia falling over. That was easily the funniest part of the night. I'm surprised they haven't got a clip of it, actually. Is there not one later or anything? No, they haven't got anything, have they? Oh, didn't need to see that kiss. And then it took us to the main event. So next week, we've got Naomi against Chelsea. We got Michin against Nia Jax. We got Grayson Waller Effect with DIY. They're going to be on the show. Main event, Kevin Owens and Street Profits taking on the Bloodline. It was a win for Kevin Owens and the Street Profits. They won by DQ. And basically Bloodline started beating them down afterwards. Kevin Owens ends up getting planted through the commentary table, so they lost, but the Bloodline standing tall. And it's worth pointing out there were some UFC stars that were in the crowd, like Valentina Shevchenko. I think Paul Felder I saw was there, and I think Laura Sanko as well. So some UFC stars, because UFC are in the same building tomorrow. But yeah, that was it. Ended. I mean, the 2 hours absolutely flew by. Absolutely flew by. I don't know that there was anything massive, but I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really good. I want to see if I can find that Nia moment. Here we go. Thank you, wrestling gods. So here we've got Nia talking to Michin. Michin throws the drink in her face. That means that it's all over the floor. She grabs her, throws her, and then slips. So here's Nia. And so she slips over, right? Gets back up to her feet. The table goes over. Referee tries to move Nia out the way. And then whoop, down she goes again. Twice on the floor. Twice. Brilliant. So good. So, yeah, that main event, it got a 92% good rating. So just loads of good matches. That is definitely the area that needs strengthening. The in-ring needs to be better. Storyline, I think we got loads. I don't think there was anything like OMG here. Matches made for Clash at the Castle. Yeah, I mean, you can't be down on it, really. And the QR codes. If you want to know about that, obviously you can go to the Wrestling Daze channel. So, yeah, really, really good. So, I'm going to give this... I was really entertained. 7.25. Honestly, I was really entertained. No OMG moment to get us into the 8s. But, yeah, honestly, I'll take this kind of show every week and I'd be perfectly happy. So, yeah, very, very good. One more thing I just want to talk to you about before I run away. And that is this. If we go up here, over on my Twitter accounts, I put this post up saying I'll follow everyone that leaves a comment below, right? We've had 600 responses in 5 hours, right? It's mental. So if we go down, you can see that everyone that I have followed, I've then liked so that you can see. So like, I've not done that one, but I follow them anyway so I can leave a like. Boom. Did that like? It won't let me at the moment. I'm actually maxed out. I wonder if I can go full screen. You'll be able to see. So if I go full screen here. Here, look. If I go drifty and I go follow, you are unable to follow more people at this time. I'm actually maxed out at the moment, unfortunately. So, anyone that I've not liked, I am not able to get to right now, but I will go back to this later today, right? But anyway, if I go down, look, you can see yeah, I've gone through this whole thing. What I'm going to say to you is you do the same. You do the same. I think I follow Shaquem, don't I? Yeah, I follow Shaquem. You do the same. Go down this list and follow. So you just do that. And then you follow the people, right? And once you follow them, leave a like, because then you'll know that you've done it, right? So here, look, same with this. I mean, look, that was 28 minutes ago. This was 21 minutes ago. As of, I would say, about an hour ago, I went through and I made sure I followed everyone that left a thing on this. Yeah. I went down this whole thing about an hour ago. And you can see that was 27 minutes ago. And I left a like and followed everyone, right? So look, keep going. Look at all this. Well, that was 43 minutes ago. And I follow him anyway. So the reason I'm showing you this is because, unfortunately, this system doesn't work very well. Because it doesn't show you all 600 comments. Look at all this. I went all the way down here. Every single like you can see, I've made sure I follow that person, right? But there's not, look, that's where it ends. That was nowhere near 600, was it? Nowhere near. I mean, what was that? 150? Something like that, maybe? Comments? And then it stops. So it seems like it doesn't show you all the comments. So I've had to go into my notifications and go through that way. But I've maxed out my follows now anyway, right? So this is a fight. This is a battle. I'm trying to get to everyone, right? And I really am trying to get to everybody. So what I would say is this comment, right? Leave a comment. Do what I've done. Go down. Follow everyone. Go back to it the next day. Try and do the same. You can also, if you want, go into my likes. Because my likes, all of this is people that have left it on that thing. So you could go down my likes and like everybody and do it that way, right? But if you follow people, I'm hoping if everyone does that, then everyone will get hundreds of follows. And not just rubbish follows, but people that are interested in Nightbirds. You'll get good quality follows. And I think that's, you know, something that we could really do as a community. So I did speak about this in the Nightbird video, and I'm going to speak about it again here. This isn't perfect because Twitter's not perfect, right? So unfortunately, it's just not perfect. Here you can see 22 minutes ago, I've maxed out for the day. I'll get back on it, and I really will. I am fully on board. I want to know that I follow all 613 people there. And as I said, if I click on this and go down, it doesn't show me all 613 comments. It just doesn't, which is really frustrating. But I'm going to keep chipping away, doing the best I can. What I would say is, if you've already left a comment and it was hours ago and you're not seeing many follows, you're not getting many people, leave another comment. Just leave one more and see if then that gets a bit of traction. I hope that everyone gets a good amount of follows, but it's only going to work if everybody leaves a comment and goes through all the other comments and make sure that you're following them. It's going to take you about an hour to do it, but it will be worth it. So, yeah, I really hope that's of benefit to people. It's not perfect. Twitter is not perfect, but we're going to do the best we can, right? Awesome. Thanks a lot for watching. Appreciate the support, and hopefully I'll see you again next time. Bye for now.